Okay, so here we go. I'm going to make just a rectangle, and it is a lime green rectangle, which again may be a little bit difficult to see. Hopefully that's a little easier. All right, now with colors, not to overly simplify this, but there are a ton of different ways to get colors into your pieces. First one is the here and here, the fill. Double click and the control picker will come out here. Again, if you have a hex number, you can drop that right in there. And I can also move the colors right through here and change the color. All right. Now over here on the tools, if you don't see them, again, in the window, you have your color guide, color themes. So this is the color here, and this is that RGB picker that you see in just a different way. Color guide, this is kind of cool. What this does is it will show you the shades and tints of specific colors that are in here. And it's choosing color, it will choose color harmonies as well. So if you just wanted to use complementary colors here, you could switch this to complementary. Let's do a triad here. So you can see these are all the colors that will work with that particular piece. So I'll click it right there and change the color. You have to change it right up here. So this is really helpful if you're trying to make sure that your colors match. The next one here is your swatches. Now you can pre-load, you can see these folders, you can import swatches, you can add colors, and basically these are like a color palette that you would go to, like you import this to just use those colors, and that works really well. Let's click it over back through here. So those are some of the colorways. Now the next one is a gradient. So if I click on the gradient tool here, I'm going to double click it, and you can see that if I click here, I get a standard black and white gradient. And I need to double click here. This is where the swatches come in real handy, because I can then click in the start and stop. And you can see I can add as many stops as I want. Oops, sorry. So you can add really cool gradients that go in here. I can do a circular gradient. The freeform gradient will probably break my computer, but it adds, you can add specific colors in those areas to really customize a gradient. Let's go back to the line gradient. I can change the angle of it. I can also bring that in and out and do it through this slider here. Command Z to undo. Move it through there. All right. And let's just click out of it. And there is my gradient. And I can also save that gradient if I wanted to by just bringing it down here into the swatches. So if I make a circle, you can see here, if I make a circle, it's going to have that same gradient. And of course, I can always change it by just clicking again, double clicking in there, and bringing up your gradient there. Here, I have to tell you one of the things, and for whatever reason, gradients are one of those things that always look so easy when people use them, and I always click too many times and I get weird gradients because I was trying to do things and then it clicks out. This just happened. When this happens and you double click something or you click really fast, you isolate a layer, and it will only work on that layer. So you got to click out of there and do that. So if you find that something happens and you double click it like that really fast and you can't work on it, That's because you have this isolation thing that goes on. All right, let's see. There we go. So those are colors and gradients. If I went to Adobe Color, I could also import, and the color palettes would show up in the swatches.